Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Sugar gel flakes and purple berry
It's almost time for today's episode. I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot...
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with... Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apple.
I guess you could eeny, miny, moe it?
Take your time, dear.
We didn't have anything rosish in Edgewater. I heard it smelled...
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear. I found a handsome ceramic...
I hope this fancy soap we got is extra strength. Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Saltuna and Xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia what specializes in sweets. Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in. You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But no one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to working order, but at least it's under our control. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they? Like they were hanging on to your every word, scheming. And when you turned around, maybe they just oinked like innocent little idiots. All right, cut the pig shit. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just... I've got a lot on my... I have another job line. They're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact.
How big we talking? Not like groundbreaker big, right?
This opportunity... Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone... While the board lets 1084 gather dust, you're gonna swoop in and plant Sublight's flag. Perfectly legit. Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that. I'm being smart. Try it sometime. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in. Just be careful.
Captain,
Felix and the vicar are arguing again.
Yeah, so this is... I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen... cozy-like. Oh, you mean Sam? He's just the sweetest, ain't he? A real... You should try talking to him. You'll see. In her messages, Junlei said her mom... Thank...
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Did you have a sweetheart in Stellar Bay?
I had a fling or two, sure. But on Monarch, relationships ain't usually meant to last. A lot of fools tried to impress me, feigning bravado in the wilds, thinking they'd catch my attention with their stories. It was cute. Not so cute when their act got themselves munched. You know what's sexy? Confidence. You know what ain't? Disembowelment.
Incoming!
Everyone all right?
That thing crashed a long time ago. It ain't gonna fly again, so don't go getting funny ideas.
Here we go! Nice one!
Done here. So the ship talks? Do all ships do that?
I can't say for certain, since I only ever been on this one. Kata's something special, though, ain't she?
Ada. What is it? She? It? I'm a bit fuzzy on the details.
Used to be I thought she was a simulated intelligence.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. Most people... Besides... Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? The board was right. This place isn't fit. Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas.
You company folk are all the same. Choose to stay.
How was I supposed to know it? It all sounds wonderful, until you realize it's only a few centimeters. I could do with a few kilometers of cold vacuum, but that's space. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town. Well, I can whip one up for you.
Oh, yikes.
You got it. I got all the ingredients. Should only take about an hour in the oven. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond.
A pleasure.
Oh, gosh. My tum's rumbling just smelling that casserole. The dustback casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible. Oh, Now look how cute these cakes from Cascadia are. I guess that settles dinner. Thanks for Well, I was gonna. I got this nice meal all planned out with music, and I got the... I don't have a head for fashion, and I can't really picture myself in something. There's this place I heard of in Byzantium, Joliker's Haberdashery. I bet I could find something nigh on... Thanks, Captain. I know I've been asking a lot.
Good day to you.
So Ada isn't really alive, but she can still talk like a person. What about Sam? What's it? Sorry. Is he the same thing?
Sam's an automechanical thing, not a computer brain thing like Ada. I don't think Sam understands gender, so you can call him it if you want.
Right, but she's a machine, he's a machine. How are they different?
You know how I said Ada was special? Her wiring's a whole lot more complex than Sam's, so she can simulate a personality better than he can. She got more tools in her box, so to speak.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship. Destination reached. Scylla.
Hey, boss, I want to talk to you. Hey, boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. You were close. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head? Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Try me? Hey, boss! Watch this! I've had quite enough of you! Boss! That's the last of them. May the law have mercy on you. I won't. I don't think that's working. Here I come.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris. I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers.
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and
I've spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is...
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients. And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
No matter the cost. It's just drugs, Max. We ain't making you walk in...
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the table when you're ready to begin. Still meandering about? Last-minute questions, perhaps? There's not much to tell. The process forces us to face our fears, those things which keep us... You came to me. I did not...
Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
What's wrong, Max? Can't think straight? Now you know how I feel. Wait, forget I said that.
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside.
You look inside yourself all the time, Max. Or with your head buried up your posterior.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years.
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. This year, it's all coming out wrong. The plan, it filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives. But they are not real, are they?
I got your story right here.
I'm Vicar Max. I'm uptight. I love the church. And I'm a...
What the fuck are you talking about? No, I just wanted to prove to my parents that damn it. You're right.
Max, you need to lay the past to rest. What happened with your father and I, it's long dead. Whether you resist or not, it will take you wherever it wants. More assured.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back, but...
This whole thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me? You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And Why? Why do you berate yourself?
Yeah, Max? Why do you do that?
Is it wrong to try to be a gooder? But that's not what you're doing, is it? You're desperately trying to find a story to organize reality in your head. A new story of the happy you, the contented you.
That's not... It can't be right. I've only been searching...
How? By removing the need to make any decision. To have... Your obsession allowed you to avoid the real question.
I'm Max. Me! I'm real. You can't convince me otherwise.
Your individual self is what's not real.
By the architect. Architect? How could I have believed in an architect? That's ridiculous. I must be losing my mind completely. We exist inside our thoughts, thinking we're in... It's all... lies.
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before. I woke up. The illusions I built for myself just fell. Everything is perfect. In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was... Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality, clinging to the way you... I am content. I've finally found... As always, anything you'd like to discuss? Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man...
What's on your mind? Yeah, sure. Clyde was my first friend, but he was also my mentor. Taught me how to think. I figured the board got him in the end. Yeah, I was just a lonely orphan kid getting my knuckles dirty. Clyde? I want to say he saw some potential, so he took me in. Gave me a place to live. That's what I don't know. Clyde. He was a blustery old cuss. Carried on about violent Clyde wasn't an idiot. He kept his head down, worked hard. Did as he was told. But when the Mardettes had their backs turned, oh yeah, he carried on about starting a revolution.
So?
Not so much found as...
Yes, it is quite the convoluted... How right you are.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Maximilian! Things on Monarch have really cooled off. I didn't think MSI, outside of shouting... Sure, and fish sticks are... Look, I won't knock the work you did. I'm sure they'll have a good cry, look through old photographs, share a pint of premium double... But sooner or later, things will go back to the way they were. In my experience. Anyway, I'd hate to see you get broken up if this thing between them doesn't last. Hey, let's not make this out to be more than it is. Anything else? Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not. I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do. Sure do. Some of it was even legal. What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom made.
Gotta figure out how to work that into my... I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't... Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this... Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about oh, come on. That stuff... Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to get... I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but... No complaint.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. What's I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer.
Issuing sanitation ticket. Error! Refill printer paper. Thank you. Customer, Sam. We...
Hey you, looking for something? Where do you think you're going? Yeah, the captain said we might be getting a new recruit.
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis. All right, go on through. Got my sights on you.
That machine stole my bits. Why do we even have one of these?
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the ground?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time?
So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good.
He's been watching out for us just as much as we've been watching out for him.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy. I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy. That one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that. I understand that Felix is part of your crew, at least for now. If the thought of losing him troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for it. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely. Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own, and I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if... Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who... Well enough. It's been... You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over...
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost...
You see what I had to deal with? I was working on this plan for years, saving every bit I could, drawing I never intended to spend my life laboring on the Groundbreaker. When the opportunity...
You might have said...
I had some ugly business in Scylla. If I told you, I would have... Hephaestus controlled mining operations all over Scylla. Most of these operations failed. The company pulled out and abandoned... Mostly abandoned anyway. This one was running on a skeleton crew. My associates and I seized control. A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life... Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's all... Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. If the board tries to lay siege to us, well...
Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Hey, Max.
Yes?
You really think we all have a purpose? That everything happens for a reason?
I used to think that, but not anymore.
Then, wait, why do you sound so calm? Aren't you getting annoyed?
Not in the least. But I do apologize, Dr. Finhill. It sounds like I have annoyed you.
Fine, be that way.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.